It only takes a few minutes to check the brakes, but it could prevent an entire disaster. I'm not sure this is the most effective way to unload a truck. Not only the load, but the weather can also overturn a massive machine. Never underestimate the power of the wind. There are paths that allow no room for error. But it is in the most tense moments that skill and experience make the difference between disaster and an incredible handling of the situation. Never underestimate safety measures, as consequences can strike in an instant. Nothing can stand in the way of this steel beast. One ATV and off-road vehicle after another is crushed beneath the bulldozer's blade and immense weight, creating an impressive display of raw mechanical power. Everything was going normally until the bucket's hydraulic cylinder suddenly failed. The mud refuses to let go, but the John Deere refuses to give up. With a heavy load of logs behind it, the machine fights for every foot of ground, turning what looked like a hopeless situation into an impressive recovery. Everything seemed to be under control, until the enormous weight started to take over. The truck slowly leaned, lost its balance, and eventually tipped over despite the operator's efforts. A stark reminder of the price that can be paid when a load exceeds its limits. Amidst challenging forest trails, the John Deere Timberjack 240 truly embodies the essence of a professional logging machine. Each log, weighing tons, is pulled with immense power. A testament to the superior strength and enduring work capacity of this legendary machine. Hundreds of tons of steel are rolling down the road. The tractor is exerting all its power to transport two enormous Caterpillar and Liebherr excavators. A testament to the incredible capabilities of machines built to conquer the heaviest tasks. This is a stark reminder that speed and slippery roads are always an extremely dangerous combination. Traction had almost completely disappeared. The Hyundai was stuck on a challenging slope, its engine roaring and its wheels spinning incessantly. On one side was the enormous weight of the excavator. On the other side was the steep incline that allowed no room for error. When the balance was broken, the Chevrolet Kodiaq, with its load behind it, quickly lost control. No one expected it to happen. In an instant, the entire port was engulfed in a terrifying noise. The bulldozer was stuck. The mud prevailed. But then the tractor monster appeared. The road looked perfectly normal, until the weight of the Mack exposed a weakness beneath. The road surface collapsed in an instant, pulling the axle into the hole and trapping the machine completely. An unexpected incident quickly escalated into a major rescue operation. Thousands of tons of concrete and steel vanished in an instant. Was demolished using controlled blasting, a spectacular demolition, demonstrating the incredible precision of modern construction techniques. With heavy loads, speed and complacency are always the most dangerous enemies. A mistake has occurred. The rescue operation begins. The trailer fell into the river, forcing the operating team to mobilize XCMG excavators and tow trucks for the rescue. Amidst the tense atmosphere, every operation had to be precisely calculated, because one more mistake could make the situation much worse. Steep slopes, tight curves, no room for error.
Wow. Oh, chiếc xe của...
Amidst the treacherous terrain of
Wow.
High Van Pass, massive machines are battling to rescue vehicles in distress.
Wow.
A true battle between gravity, the terrain, and the skills of experienced operators.
Hai chiếc luôn à?
The edge of the cliff was right next to them. The Chaven Express bus was trapped in a perilous situation, and the tractor became their last hope. The roar of the engine echoed down the mountainside, opening up a tense battle between the power of the machinery, the treacherous terrain, and the courage of the rescuers. High speed and slippery road surfaces are a dangerous combination. Always reduce your speed in bad weather conditions. A giant of the mining industry. As the caterpillar accelerated through the desert, massive clouds of dust rose behind it, creating a powerful and awe-inspiring spectacle. Tires or driver error. What appears in the video seems to provide the answer. This is where the planet's largest machines work. Giant excavators slowly turn, their steel buckets digging deep into the earth. In a short time, thousands of tons of earth and rock are moved, creating a breathtaking and powerful spectacle. This is not just mining. It's a display of technology, mechanical power, and scale that few industries can match. Enormous loads, hard work, but with these bulldozers, it's all just a normal workday. Just before the car plunged into the Xingu River, the driver managed to jump out of the cabin. A split-second decision. This is one of the machines behind some of the world's biggest construction projects. The Volvo, a 35, doesn't just transport materials. It conquers harsh terrain, overcoming mud and treacherous slopes to deliver tons of earth and rock to where it's needed. A machine born for the hardest jobs. Nothing can stop this giant from moving forward. A colossal machine, 2 Peterbilts, no easy task. The 445,000-pound Caterpillar MD 6750 was towed through challenging terrain by the power of a pair of Cummins N14 tractors. A testament to the fact that in the world of heavy machinery, no load is too heavy when power and skill are combined. Muddy terrain, steep slopes, and massive timber loads couldn't stop this team. The Tatra tractor and truck worked together seamlessly, using winches to conquer treacherous stretches of road. Every movement was carefully calculated, creating an impressive display of professional logging. The machinery has stopped, making way for the rescue workers. Don't let its size fool you. The Massey 135 consistently overcomes tough challenges with its agility, grip, and impressive handling. A testament to the fact that sometimes the rider's skill is more important than the machine's power. This is more than just an excavator. This is a steel giant built to conquer the most demanding jobs. Each bucket stroke of the RH-30O and K shakes the mining area, transforming massive blocks of rock into workable material in a short amount of time. It only takes a few seconds for things to spiral out of control. The Caterpillar D7H is not only powerful, it's also incredibly impressive in the hands of the right person. On the job site, this steel machine effortlessly handles the heaviest tasks, while the operator's precision makes everything seem effortless. This was a powerful blow that no one will forget anytime soon. Enormous size, tight space. The T-35, one advanced meter by meter into the lower bay, demanding near-perfect precision. Even a small deviation could have caused a malfunction, but the operator handled the situation impressively. In an instant, the giant gantry crane lost its stability and collapsed to the ground. Dozens of tons of steel were lifted effortlessly. Under the precise control of the operator, the giant crane gradually moved the wrecked truck out of its precarious position. An impressive display of heavy-duty rescue technology. At the Bureau's marble quarry, steel giants are doing work few machines can handle. The Caterpillar 988B and Komatsu WA900 effortlessly lift massive marble blocks, transforming enormous loads into smooth operations. A perfect display of power, precision, and modern mining technology.
Saki.
Everything seems to be under control. Immense power, extreme pressure. Then, in an instant, the bucket piston suddenly broke. The once powerful machine immediately came to a standstill, demonstrating that even the most powerful heavy equipment has its limits. The slope was no easy feat. Each time the D7G accelerated, the battle with the terrain began again. The machine slid backward, then forward again, but thanks to the operator's experience and the bulldozer's enduring strength, the challenge was finally conquered. The Zetor 7745 had to battle mud, steep slopes, and the weight of the logs behind it. But every meter conquered showed that this was not just the power of the machinery, but also the experience and skill of the operator. Even a small mistake can cause millions of dollars in damage. The incident appears to have resulted from a coordination and observation error, with visibility between the devices being obstructed during operation. This quickly escalated from a simple door slamming into a runaway trailer. The snow turned every action into a battle. Loading a bulldozer in these conditions required skill, patience, and perhaps a bit of luck. The Caterpillar crawler excavator became deeply stuck in the mud, almost completely buried, turning into a real disaster for the rental company. Rescuing this heavy machine was no simple task, requiring specialized techniques and equipment. This was a costly lesson about the risks of operating heavy machinery in hazardous terrain. This proves that even when you're not driving on the road, you're not safe. If you're still watching this far, the video probably deserves a like already. Applying full braking pressure isn't always the right option. The field had become a trap. A sudden area of weak soil held the tractor firmly in place in the middle of the cornfield, forcing the team to mobilize another tractor to rescue it. With this level of risk, there should have been a qualified supervisor overseeing the entire operation. However, the rice harvester had been running non-stop for hours, and the engine quickly overheated under the extreme workload. Suddenly, smoke started pouring out from the engine compartment and the body of the machine, a costly reminder of the fire hazard when heavy machinery is pushed beyond its limits. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, but then, the truck suddenly lost balance and rolled over, leaving everyone in complete shock. This is every forestry operator's worst nightmare. The John Deere 1110E was buried deep in thick mud in the middle of a logging forest. Only the help of a creatively built custom machine gave it a chance to escape the swamp. Turning around seemed simple until reality hit. Precision in every cut. The Nextrencher D250 can dig trenches up to 31 inches deep and 4.7, 9.8 inches wide, while allowing flexible adjustments to quickly and accurately connect secondary trenches. No mistakes are allowed, yet they make it look effortless, true mastery at work. This is what happens when an excavator operator works carelessly. Lava and heavy machinery were never meant to be ideal partners, a truly fiery journey, quite literally.